Dead set. How about that? How about that, guys? No sound, no sound. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. That works. Thanks out there touring. How's that, guys? Okay. I thought, shit. What I did today, I went out and I got the microphone because it's been a bit crackly. I've noticed when I play it back. So I put a bit of WD-40 in it and thought, don't tell me that's ruined it. But I had the mute thing on, guys, so that, I had it on mute. I apologise. Diddly donk moment. Russ Longson, thank you. We're back in business. Yeah, back in business now, guys. I had mute on. Dead set. Prior preparation, Buck. Sandfly's on. G'day, mate. Can hear me now. Yeah, there's a reason for that, mate. I had the mute button on the microphone. There's a little thing here I can mute it. So sometimes when I have guests on StreamYard, they can hear you. So I just forgot to take that off. So anyway, Ray Newman's on. Alan Dew, g'day, mate. How are you? Marky Lavell's on. Gidgey's on too, is he? Where's the Gidge? I'll tell you what, the Gidge has been having an absolute blast the last couple of days. I'll tell you about that. Gidgey's on somewhere, is he? Yeah, he is. Gidgey's on. One thing I don't like, Gidgey's got the blue spanner, guys, but on StreamYard, you can't actually see the blue spanner. He doesn't come up with the blue spanner. All right, beauty. We're up and running. Thank you so much for that. Although got me from Kawara Beach, north of Cairns. Timmy, we'll talk about the cyclone soon, mate, or the non-event. Wasn't really a non-event, mate. It's causing some flooding, and the river's certainly flooding down here in Innisfail at the moment. It's been a bit of rain that came up. We'll talk about the cyclone for sure. Steve reckons the WD-40 made me sound smoother. I might squirt, so I tell you what, I might scull a big glass of it because my joints in my body are rat shit, everyone. I reckon if I sculled a 7-ounce glass of WD-40, it might bring me good. Loud and clear, David Keys said. That's good, mate. Thanks for that. Mr. Bullet's on over in West Aussie. Mr. Bullet's been sending me heaps of emails lately. No, I tell you what, Mr. Bullet, I was putting a shade sail back up the other day and there was a big snake skin hanging down. So there is another snake around, mate. I just haven't found him yet. Obviously, he'll be in the shed somewhere. So, yeah, I saw a snake skin the other day hanging down. So they're always shedding their skin in the shed and that. So there's another one in there. I'll post him over to you, mate, when I catch him. Piss poor preparation. I know, Roachy. Half an hour ago, I was lying on that bed over there counting sheep. I was having a nana nap. I shit you not. So, but anyway, I got up and I went outside and bloody put the hose in my face, grabbed a couple of beers out of the fridge. Hope you've all got a couple of beers on you and get ready for the live feed tonight. Craig Hepburn from over the ditch in New Zealand. We've got another Kiwi on. Oh, Craig, I saw a fantastic thing the other day. One of your Victoria Cross recipients, he was an SAS guy, one of your soldiers, Willie Appiata, I think his name was, Maori guy, Marty. They had him on there, mate, and he's interviewing him about meeting the Queen and that. What an absolute wonderful man, an absolute gentleman. And my goodness, didn't he have some respect for the Queen, that guy? I might put that up on my Facebook page, guys. That is, I'll tell you what, it was special. It really was. Willie Appiata, who was a Victoria Cross recipient in Afghanistan with the Kiwi SAS, an incredible man. And boy, oh boy, didn't he? He was just so. I don't know. I'll put it up on the Facebook page. Wait till you see it. It's special. One of the best things I've seen on bloody the internet. It really is. Willie Appiata, Victoria Cross. Incredible. He's still alive, guys. Still alive. And he looked like a machine back in his younger day when he actually got the Victoria Cross, when he earned the Victoria Cross. He looked like a bit of a machine. He's looks like a bit of an older man now. He's aged a little bit, but boy, oh boy, wouldn't have liked to mess with him when he was a young fella. Yeah. Like the new flag behind me. Yeah, the Australian Army flag with the Rising Sun badge on there. Yeah, I threw that up today. Although I'll put something different up as the background. So there you go. Lest we forget the old Australian, it's got the Australian Army and the Rising Sun badge on there. Speaking of which, I'll bloody do a few more shout outs, and I got a really good message just before. Guys, meant a lot to me. I'll tell you a bit about it in a minute. Saxon Overland's on. G'day, mate. How are you? No, Kaz is still crook, guys, eh? Kaz is still crook. Geez, he's in the wars at the moment. He really is. I hope he's okay. I don't know. He's been sick for a long time, and he's crook again. Not back in hospital, but he's not well. So, dear oh dear, whatever's going on inside Kaz, I wish they could. He went over to India recently. He said he's wondering. He knows he's got some sort of exotic bug in his body from East Timor when he was over in the army. He's never been right since then. But he's starting to think when he went over to India, whether he picked up something over there that's made him really crook. So, yeah, it's a good flag, unique 4x4 Parenti. Good stuff. So, all the best to Kaz if you see this, mate. Bloody don't like seeing you when you crook all the time, mate. It's bloody terrible. Doing all right. Hey, Mr. Buck, glad you're okay and no damage on your property. Greetings from the Greek from Sydney. Good stuff, mate. Hope everything's good down in the big smoke down there in Sydney. I've got a mate at Sydney Airport heading to Thailand as we say. Okay, Phil, no worries. Craig Tompkinson, I had a reborn on my prostate. I can piss like a draft horse now. I think that's what I need, Craig, because I can't. I feel like I can piss over a 10-foot fence, mate, and I piss all over my toes, and that's all prostate problems. Yeah. A reborn. I don't know if I'm bloody keen on getting that done just quietly. Ray Newman's on. Lorna? No, not Lorna. Did I see Lorna there? Robin Green, Terry and Robin are on. Tyler Haas down in Tassie. Is it still raining up there? Yeah, mate. It's quite wet. It's very overcast and drizzly at the moment. We've had some good heavy rain. And the river came up over the wharf today down in the main street of Innisfail. Innisfail's starting to flood, but we're all right here. I live out of town up on a hill, mate, so I'm all right here. But the river is definitely swollen, and I know up north the bloody Barron Falls are raging and all that. We've had a fair bit of rain since Cyclone Jasper passed over a couple of hours north of us, and people are going, oh, it was a fizzer. Well, that's good. Nobody wanted a cyclone coming over that was going to flatten everything. Yeah, there were some trees down and all that up around Wonga Beach and Port Douglas and all that type of stuff. The rain was the big one. It is flooding up north. And I think, 15,000 homes in Cairns were without power for a couple of days. So, everyone noticed that the cyclone went over. We were right down here in Innisfail. It was windy and rainy and squally and whatever, but we got through it okay. So anyone who's sending messages saying, hey, Buck, hope you're okay, we were fine. We were fine, thanks. And I'm just glad that we don't want big cyclones up here, guys, because there's nothing good comes out of them. Nothing whatsoever comes good of these cyclones. And I'll tell you what, down in Brisbane, Archerfield and that got smashed by they got more damage down there in a storm than we got from the cyclone up here. Bloody planes flipped on their backs out at Archerfield, and TERT procedure works wonders. I know, Greggy, they were talking about doing that with me, mate. I'll put that off for a little while. Tim didn't lose power. Half of Innisfail did, mate. A tree come down over some power lines, and I think East Innisfail and some of those suburbs over the other side of Innisfail lost power, but we were right here where we were. So, Brady Osborne saying my patches arrived in Victoria yesterday. Geez, they take a long time to get there, mate. This sending them snail mail, boy, it's taken a long time to get to some places. Hope everyone in Queensland's okay. Seeing the news tonight and the storms in Brisbane A child fighting for life after being hit by lightning. Oh, dear. I didn't know about that. Mate, gee whiz. Colin the Fathead saying g'day to me, Roz, and Rafa. Rafa's good, everyone. Roz is outside watching TV. Ian Dibley. I got a battery drill. Oh, no. Ian Dibley reckons he'll do a cheap job on me prostate with a drill. No, thanks, mate. No, I'll give that one a miss. Yeah, I think they stuck the bucket back up with Sikaflex, mate. No, the old KFC bucket come tumbling down in Innisfail and smashed all over the footpath. Luckily, no one was under it, or it would have killed someone. So they're big, the old KFC buckets. But that was about the only casualty for Innisfail was the KFC bucket, everyone. But I haven't even looked, mate. I drove into town today and didn't even think to look at KFC when I went past. I must do it tomorrow because I've got to go to the post office again tomorrow and post Jeffrey Johnson. Jeffrey Johnson, there's your patch kit, mate. I've got another order today from Jeffrey Johnson. So your patch kit, I go in every day or twice a day sometimes. Throw them in the mailbox. Even though it's Sunday tomorrow, I've got the outside the post office has got a thing where you pull it down and throw her in. So she's all stamped up. Another patch kit on the way, and we got some good news about that in a minute. I'll keep doing a few bloody shout-outs, guys. Phil the Maniac is on. Good to see you on, Phil. Usually it's all the legends are on, and Phil, you're about the only one who's never on, but you were the first one on today. You've been on saying g'day to everyone. Brad Howell's on too. I saw Brad there before. G'day, Brad. Dan Allen. Who else have I missed? Wendy H. We had another intense storm in Ipswich today, Wendy was saying. Wow. Yeah, bloody summertime storms, eh? And the bad thing about at least cyclones, guys, we sat here for a week getting ready for it. And to tell you the truth, I over-prepared for it. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I actually couldn't get a shade sail down. And I thought, at that stage, they said it could still form into a Cat 3. Oh, well, that shade sail ain't going to get through a Cat 3 if it happens. So I cut it down. And the insurance company yesterday didn't want to know about it because I was too honest with them and said I had to cut it down so it didn't do damage and the steel buckles go through the windows. Wipe their hands of it. So these arseholes, they're happy to take $400 or $500 a month off you for insurance, but if they can do a get out of jail thing, they will. It pisses me off, eh? I'll tell you what, I wasn't nice to them on the phone. I said, put me through to someone, I'm going to cancel my policy. And I didn't say it in those nice words either. I was furious. So I've got to find new house insurance now. I'm sick of paying these people for God knows how long, 20 years or something. I've been paying them $400 a month or whatever your insurance is. And then you try and tell them, you're honest with them and say, hey, I couldn't get a shade sail down. I had to sacrifice it so it didn't bloody wreck the windows and all that if the cyclone hit. No, you cut it down. It's your own fault. Righto. I'll go and get me insurance with someone else now, you pack of arseholes. So anyway, yeah, the mail in Queensland. Rob the Wanderer got his first patch kit really quick. His second one, which I sent the next day, still hasn't got to him. And Phil McCavity, was it Phil? No, Pete McMurtry. Pete McMurtry, he's took 8 days to get to him, and he lives 3 hours down the road in Townsville. And it went via Brisbane. So just, if you haven't got your patch kits yet, guys, just be patient. Senior Pensioners Insurance. Thanks, mate. Senior Pensioners Insurance. And I am a pensioner now. Senior Pensioners Insurance. I'll give them a go, mate, because I got onto Suncorp. I was with Defence Service Homes, and they're good to take your money. My first time I've tried to put a claim in through them, and they wiped me like a dirty arse. So got onto Suncorp and RACQ, and they were just too dear. After Cyclone Yasi, RACQ literally doubled the house insurance, doubled it in one hit, literally doubled it. From this is a long time ago now. It was 170. I still remember it was 170 a month to insure my house, and it went to 340. And I rang them up and said, "Oh, have you put all the car insurances and that into one thing? Have you?" No. They doubled it, and that was 340. And now RACQ want like 500 and something a month. It's just, I can't afford that shit. So senior pensioners insurance, I'll give them a bell. But what I'm thinking of doing, guys, is putting that $400 into an insurance account and let it build up. And if something happens to my house, I'm not going to flood where I am. I suppose you've got the chance of a fire, haven't you? Oh, when you run the gauntlet, eh? Murphy's Law, as soon as I'm not insured, something will happen. Badges. G'day, Buck. Just order a set of badges. Greggy Crutchfield. Good stuff, mate. We'll talk about that soon. Thanks, mate. I'll have them as soon as this live feed's over. I will have a set of badges, Velcro patches in the mail to you, and I'll drop them in the mailbox tomorrow. Good stuff, mate. Greggy, thanks, mate. Thank you for that order if you're watching. Absolutely fantastic. So what I want to say, guys, is, listen, I'm going to get the bad news out of the way first, and it is bad news. Tofty's on. G'day, Tofty. How are you? Ivan and Lisa. Australian Senior Pensioners Insurance will not insure us, as we're just north of Bundaberg due to cyclone area. Oh, well, there you go. Fact Pixie, there you go. There goes that idea. Insurance companies might not let you take out. Oh, they can shove it in that. What I'm thinking of doing, I should have done it 20 years ago. Put me $400 a month into a bank account and don't touch it. And if I lose my roof, I'll pay for it myself to go on. And they're a pack of arseholes. Anyway, they're like the Caravan mob that I bought a Caravan through. They're all good until you put a claim in, and they don't want to honour it. It pisses me off. Anyway, Debbie, try Shore Insurance. I only had a policy for 12 months, monthly fee, $152 a month. Shore Insurance. There you go. Thanks for that, Shore. To be sure. Shore Insurance. There you go. Righto. I'll do some more shout-outs soon. Todd, good to see you on, Tofty. Got some bad news, everyone. And there's a member of the community that's pretty special to me. I call him a good mate, a real good mate. And he's been a good mate and his wife for a long time now, going right back to when the drifter camping days, guys. That's where I first met him, at one of the drifter camping events down at Bluff Creek at Kenilworth. I think it might even be before there. We all know him. Anyway, he's been conspicuous by his absence lately in the chat room. I rang him yesterday. I thought, I better check up. I rang him yesterday. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Jack Turtle, guys. John Behrens, his real name is. If anyone doesn't know it, John Behrens. We all know him as Jack Turtle. And he's one of the community members, and everyone knows him. And he's been, as I said, conspicuous by his absence in the chat room on the last few live feeds. And a few people have said, I haven't heard from Jack for a while. Well, yesterday I rang him and said, mate, is everything okay? His wife, Marjolaine, guys, Marjolina or Marjoline, Marjo or Mayo, as I call her. I can never get Marjo's name right. Marjolaine, I think it is. Marjolaine's been crook for quite a while, but she's hanging in there. So I thought, maybe Marjo's bloody crook. And I rang Jack yesterday. I said, everything all right, mate? He goes, no, mate. And as soon as he said that, I thought, oh, no, don't tell me Marjolaine's bloody not good. And she's still sick, guys. And Jack said, mate, I've got cancer. I said, who? Marjo? He goes, no, me. So Jack Turtle, guys, has just been diagnosed with bowel cancer. I told you it was bad news, didn't I? Anyway, he said, mate, they're not going to operate, and Jack's about to go on radiation treatment, I think he said. And then after that, I think they do chemo. Now, this is a man who will give you the shirt off his back, literally. If ever I've needed anything during my camp ups and all that, Jack Turtle, him and Fisherman Fecky, who's not with us anymore, the first guys to offer their assistance behind the scenes. And the amount of time Jack just cannot do enough for you guys. At the Hervey Bay event, Jack was picking the kegs of beer up for me and took the Temperite and the empty kegs back. And he's the man who'll give the shirt off his back for you. Absolute gentleman. He really is. Jack's just got some bad news, guys. And Gail Rollings, a couple of live feeds ago, I was saying that Gail had been diagnosed with breast cancer. And now we've got another community member, Jack Turtle, guys, being diagnosed with bloody cancer. So, Jack, I know you'll be watching, mate. You and Marjolaine, or Mayo as I call her. I know Mayo doesn't like me calling that because I can't pronounce her real name. And Jack said, as if things can't get any better, he said, my wife's crook, I've got cancer. He said we had to put our cat down. Now, you might think, oh, Jack and Marjo used to take that cat camping with them everywhere. He used to live in their caravan. And whenever they went away on a camping trip up to North Queensland here for the Buckaroony camp up, the cat used to go with them. They had to put their cat down the other day, who was, it was their family pet. It just can't. Why does this shit happen to the good people? So anyway, Jack, I know you'll be watching, mate. We're all thinking of you. And, buddy, you do what you got to do with the doctors and everything, mate. We're always here for you, everyone in the community. So if we can give Jack Turtle some thumbs up, some hearts, guys, show him a bit of love. Or if you can find a turtle emoji, throw the turtle emoji up for Jack Turtle. Let him know we're thinking of him. And Marjolaine as well, his wife, Marjo's not well either, guys. Two of the loveliest people you'll ever meet. And, mate, I know you're watching. I consider you a good mate. Whenever we go to Hervey Bay, Roz and I, we've done it a couple of times now, we always take time to go around and have a cup of tea with Jack and Mayo. And when they were up here on the way back from the Bramston Beach thing, we went out to dinner together and that. Just an absolute lovely couple. And I know a lot of you guys in here probably know Jack. And Jack, get better, mate. Fight it. Get back on track so you can get back out camping with everyone, mate. We all want to see you again. Obviously, look after your health. Look after your health, mate. That's number one priority. You and Marjolaine, you get your health back on track. And we hope to see you again at a camp up in the near future, mate. And we're all thinking of you, and we're all here for you. So don't ever forget that, mate. Don't ever think you're on your own and whatever. We're all here. We're only a phone call away. And as I said to you yesterday, mate, anytime you want to ring me, you make sure you ring me. And for anyone in Hervey Bay, I know there's a lot of people in Hervey Bay in this community. Jack said, Buck, I don't want everyone ringing me straight away. So please don't all bombard Jack with messages and all that. Let him just, buddy, he's down. I think he's down seeing Dennis and Sharon Flanagan in Oakey at the moment. They're good friends who they met through the community. They met up and become really good friends. Andy Riches is on up in the motherland, guys. G'day, Andy. Got his patches the other day too. So for anyone in Hervey Bay, and I'm going to talk straight away, like Terry G, Crazy Dog, Dean O'Connor, Knots on the Bay, or Six Knots, one of the two there. Chrissy Anderson. There's a heap of yous there in Hervey Bay. Let's, I know Jack's not there at the moment, but, while Jack's going through his chemo and all that, he may not be able to do his yard and mow his lawn and that, guy. So if you're in Hervey Bay, why don't someone get in touch with Jack down the track and say, hey, mate, do you need your lawn mowed? Do you need anything done around the house? Do you need me to do a dump run for you? Let's band together as a community. I know Jack's probably throwing shit at his phone now saying, Buck, I don't want that. I know what Jack's like. Jack's too proud to bloody let anyone help him. But we're here, mate. And when you start going through your treatment, mate, you may not feel like getting out and getting on the lawnmower and all that. And we know Marjolaine's not up to it either, mate, because of her medical thing. So please let the community help out. And if it just means coming around to mow your lawn and bloody do whatever, let them do it, mate, because they're going to want to do it. And have a cup of tea with you or something. I hope you don't mind me saying that, mate. So anyway, cook them some meals, all that type of stuff, Brad. Jack, don't be too proud to yell out, mate. Honestly, mate. If you need a hand, bloody make sure you do. So anyway, I started it off with some shit news. One of the best community members, guys. Jack's bloody served in the army as well, guys, in the Dutch army. He's bloody been there and done that, Jack, and he's a fantastic guy. Always making people laugh. He's always a character. Him and Gary Pye, stealing Phil the Maniac's rooftop tent ladder at Harvey Bay, so Phil couldn't get out of his rooftop tent. That's the type of stuff Jack does. He's a bloody wonderful person. So we're not writing you off yet, Jack. We're not writing you off, mate. We know you're going to fight back and you're going to come good, and we're going to see you out camping with us all again in the near future, mate. So anyway, good luck, mate, and don't be too proud to ask us for some help. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all right, though. They're okay. Jack's tough, and as I said, he's only just been diagnosed with this shit, guys, but he's got to start radiation and chemo in the near future, soon. So I can imagine that's going to knock him around. Marjolaine's not well either. So, yeah, just let the community, if they want to help Jack and you need a bit of help, mate, and if it means someone come around and bloody cook a week's worth of food up for you, some spaghetti bolognese or whatever, or bloody come around and do your lawn, or I don't know, anything you need done around the house, mate, you yell out and someone will be there for sure. Anyway, let's get on to some better news. I told you that was shit news. So anyway, we're thinking, and Gail as well. Gail, if you're watching there, we're thinking of you too, mate, fighting cancer as well. I lost 2 cousins in the last couple of years from brain cancer. I know everyone in the chat rooms probably knows someone who's struggling with cancer. But let's face it, technology's getting better now, and a lot of people bounce back from it now. A lot of people fight it and they get through it, Jack. So stay positive, mate, and you can beat it. You really can, mate. You still bloody turtles live forever, mate. Turtles live a long time. You're too young to go yet, so you keep fighting, mate. You'll be right. You'll be back camping with us soon. Yep. We should also, absolutely, mate, also raise a glass for Fisherman Fecky and Mr. P. Love the community. Absolutely. And Scotty Crow, Holly Misty, who have I forgotten? There's someone else there that are up there. Guys, let's raise a glass. Let's have a drink to them. Everyone up there. Jack Turtle's probably thinking, shit, they've written me off already. They've dead set written me off. They're raising a glass. And he said, I'm still shell up. He said, I'm not bloody flippers up yet. I'm shell up. You'll be right, Jack. So, yeah, we're always thinking. I was going through my photos the other day, Tofty, and a couple of photos there of Fisherman Fecky. And it bloody affects me every time I see that bloke. I was just going through my photos and whatever. And I had a couple of nice ones of Fisherman Fecky, mate. And it bloody cuts me up every time I see that bugger. He was just such a wonderful... I mean, some of the people in this community are next level people. They really are. Absolute next level people. And Jack Turtle's one of them. And Marjo. Marjolina, Marjo, Mayo. I've got a million names for her and I still can't get it right. But anyway, no, that's all right. Jack doesn't want people throwing in money and all that, guys. He's fine. But I'm just saying, when Jack does start getting his treatment and that, maybe someone in Harvey Bay can slip around, mow his lawn for him and stuff like that. So Jack's on, is he? Where is Jack? Roz just popped the head in and said Jack is on. So Jack said, I'll be watching, mate, but I probably won't be in the chat room. But Roz just said Jack is on. Where's Jack Turtle? I'll scroll through. There he is. Bless you, Gail. Jack Turtle's on. Jack's in the room. Good on you, Jack. I'm glad you joined in, mate, and enjoy the rest of the night, mate. No, it's Jack said, money's not the problem, guys. No. But You know, when you're not feeling well and your wife's not up to it, mate, I don't think you've got family there in Harvey Bay. Please let Chrissy Anderson or Dean O'Connor or even Phil the Maniac or Crazy or someone come around and do your lawn once a fortnight or whatever. Mate, let's do it, eh? So don't be too proud. Jamie Fulton said Cancer Council will cover lawn services for cancer patients down here in Newcastle. Probably the same up that way. Okay, well, that could be an option, Jack, to look at that. But if not, we got the Mr. Buckaroony community. We can do anything, guys, the Mr. Buckaroony community, especially when it comes to helping out one of our own. Absolutely. Yeah. If there's kids watching, F cancer. Dwayne Duffy said, absolutely. F cancer. Bloody, we've all been affected by it. We've all got family members, and I had a prostate cancer scare last year or whatever, guys. It bloody, you sit there going, shit. I got the all clear from that, but geez, when the doctor rings you up and said, I need to speak to you about your blood tests, and you think, oh, this ain't good, and you go in, he goes, I had to go in and get bloody prostate, not autopsies, what are they called? Biopsies on me prostate. They took 7 biopsies out of me prostate under general anaesthetic, and I was shitting blood for a week and all that. They come back clear. And I'll tell you what, the relief you get when they go. And, Jack, that's going to happen to you too, mate. You're going to go through some shit times with chemo and radiation and all that. But at the end of the day, mate, one day you're going to go into the doctor and they're going to go, flippers up, Jack, you bloody got the all clear, mate. You're clear of cancer. And I'm confident that's what will happen. Mate, you're a strong bloke. And you'll beat it. Alan Dew said he's having a Smirnoff vodka and orange juice. Hope it's a Grove. I hope it's Grove orange juice. Smirnoff vodka and orange juice on the ice. All the best to Jack Turtle from Alan Dew. Good stuff. And we're all thinking of you, Jack. Bloody good stuff, mate. How's the skin going? Phil, yeah, all right, mate. It's looks a bit red in that bloody photo there, but no, my skin's all right. I hit it with the Effordex cream there during winter, and yeah, it's. I can feel. I got a little one frozen near my eyebrow there the other day, but it's all right, mate. Next winter, I'll probably have to hit my face again and get them all off. But I need to get a check on my back again because that's where there's usually the bad ones, and they have to get cut out. I've had quite a few cut out of there. I've got a few scars around there. I've had 3 or 4 cut out of my eye. I've had a bad one cut out of there. Bloody, I think they cut down into my brain on that one to get that one out. That was a bad one. That one, they were looking at doing radiation on me. My doctor said, we need to do radiation. It's down into your nerves. And I went to a specialist in Cairns, and he cut a big flying wedge out of the side of my head. My head was numb for a year after that. I couldn't feel anything. Maybe that's my excuse. I'll stick with that one. Might be why I'm so dumb. They cut some of my brain out. Craig said my PSA was 8.2, but biopsies came back clear. Yeah, I got a high PSA level too, Craig, and I got an enlarged prostate, which is why I can't piss properly, and why I have to get up for 5 pisses a night, because what it is you can't empty your bladder properly, mate. You go to the toilet, you can't empty your bladder, and then 10 minutes later you feel like going to the toilet again. That's prostate problems. Yeah, Tyler said brain. Yeah, I know. They probably went in there, Tyler, and went, there's nothing in here, but there's nothing in here, and just sewed it back up again. They said there's no brain for cancer to infect with you. Yeah, absolutely, Greggy. Every male. Here's another thing I want to do. I nearly forgot. Every couple of years, if you're over 50, which I am, well and truly, 58 and a half, the bowel cancer kit. Well, I got that about 4 months ago, and guess what? It's still sitting there. Jack Turtle, you've just inspired me. Tomorrow, when I, after me first coffee tomorrow and I have to go, I'm out of here, I'm taking that envelope in with me and I'm going to do my bowel cancer test. So if you're over 50 and you've got one of those and you haven't done it, do it. The bowel cancer thing, do it, guys, and send it in so that if you do have bowel cancer, you get it early. Jack, I don't know at what stage yours is. Hopefully the radiation and the chemo and that will knock it on the head, mate. So all going well. So there we go. If you've got a bowel cancer kit and it's sitting in your room and you haven't used it like me, get off your ass and do it. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll promise you all. I'll promise you I will do that tomorrow. That's a promise to everyone in the room here. And that's a promise to you too, Jack. I will do that bowel cancer bloody thing. I keep putting it off. All you got to do is bloody put a bit of your poo when you wipe your bum, put a bit of poo on a swab and put it in a thing and bloody post it to them. It's not a big deal. Steve W said, over in England, we got Andy and Steve on, who have both got their patch kits up in the UK, guys. Steve W and Andy Richards both got their patch kits, which is good. I just was about to read out Steve's thing, and I did a poo test kit a couple of months ago, ended up having a colonoscopy. Fortunately, all clear. Good stuff, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I had the colonoscopy, and then they went in and did biopsy as well, did 7 biopsies on me prostate. So, Susie Ellen, poker poo. Yeah. Oh, dear. Matthew, my PSA check was high, monitor monthly. Yeah, and that's it. Sometimes if you've got high PSA levels, guys, don't panic. They just keep monitoring it. Yeah, Dwayne Duffy, I will, mate. Good advice, Dwayne. Pull your finger out, Buck, and do it. I will, mate. I promise. I'll do that tomorrow. I promise everyone in the chat room. Send them the whole box. Johnny Tyson. Kareem Clements. But Tofty reckons he doesn't need dinner now. Tofty doesn't need dinner now. Hey, boy, bloody chocolate ice cream for dessert, mate. I hope that wasn't on the thing. Listen, there's a big Zone RV thing. I watched it the other day. Tofty, we took a vote, and we reckon you're dyeing your hair. We reckon you're doing a Steve Fuller. We reckon you've started dyeing your hair, mate. Dead set. The CEO, he's walking around Zone RV, showing us around Zone RV caravans, and I dead set. I put a poll up. I said, who reckons Tofty dyes his hair now? And everyone reckons you dye your hair. They reckon you use the same brand as Fuller does. Yeah, I know, Corrine. I'll doing it tomorrow, mate. That's been sitting here for months, and I've been a slack prick. I will do it tomorrow, I promise. Terry G, you will. And here's another thing, guys, on men's health. Every birthday, because I'm over 50 now, I go and get a blood test done. Every year, Terry. This is to you, Terry. If you're over 50, fellas, every time you have a birthday, go into your doctor and say, want me bloods tested, please. When they do a blood test, they can check for lots of different stuff. High PSA levels for your prostate and all this type of stuff. Got any sort of cancer going on inside you, blood tests will show it up. Plus your cholesterol and a lot of different stuff. And let's face it, we're over 50. We're not young and fit anymore. We all bloody probably drink and eat more than we should. We're not as fit as we should be. So go and do it, Terry. Start from this birthday, mate. Go and do a blood test. Go to your doctor and just say, mate, can I get me bloods done, please? Do a bit of do a checkup on me and get everything checked up. Don't be too. Men are bad for burying their head. No, there's a classic example there. Burying your head in the sand. So if you're over 50, bloods every birthday, guys. Get them checked out. If your cholesterol's getting high, the bloods will pick it up and you can go, hey, your cholesterol's through the roof. Sort it out. You've got to bloody sort your diet out. You're on a shit diet, your cholesterol's up, which can lead to heart problems and all that. So, yeah. Yeah, so Terry, there you go, mate. Bloody start doing that. And you'll probably receive, Terry, one of those bowel cancer kits in the mail. I think as soon as you turn 50, they start sending them out. So if you do get one, Terry, in the mail, please do it, mate. Don't be a slack prick like me. Do it, because it could save your life. It could save your life. Yeah. Mr. Bullet, crap in a bag and post it off. You don't actually post the whole nugget off, Mr. Bullet. You just do a little swab of it, mate. You don't actually post them the whole turd. I know it's something you'd probably do, but you don't actually post the whole turd to them. You just do a little swab of it. They don't really need the whole lot. They can just test it with a little bit. There you go. Annie Fuller, smack on the bloody wrist to you. And Rosaline Savage, if you're watching out there, I know Roz's is in there and she hasn't done hers. Annie said, Buck, mine's sitting on the shelf. It's not just for blokes, guys, this bowel cancer thing. This is for men and women over 50. Me too, Buck, still sitting on the shelf in the bathroom. All right, Annie, let's make a promise to each other that we'll get it and we'll knock it over. When you get back from your camping trip, Steve and Annie sitting around bloody 38 degrees down in Kingaroy today. They're out camping, the mad buggers, but they said we haven't been camping for so long, Buck. We just had to get out camping. So, yeah, Annie, let's make a pact and let's do it, eh? Nikki Slade's on. Pet scans. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing too. For breast cancer, having all your scan, your pap smears and all that type of stuff, all the stuff the ladies have to get done. Do it, guys. I know a lot of people go, oh, it's embarrassing, but it's better than being dead. Let's do it. When we get to over 50, we've got to look after ourselves. And for the blokes are the worst for it. Got to look after ourselves. Bowel cancer kits. Get your bloods done. That's for the females too. Get your bloods done every birthday and get all that sorted. Girls, if you need to go and do a mammogram, or I forget what they call it, and a pap smear and all that type of stuff for all the female-related cancers, go and do it. Go and do it. It could save your life. We only live once. So I wonder in Brett moves faster than batches in the poo, in the post. Yeah, hopefully it does, mate. But yeah, those kits, if you got one, do it. Sorry, Buck, it's natural. Righto, Tofty. Sure, mate. Sure. Tofty reckons he's a la natural, everyone. I could have sworn it was dyed, mate. Dead set. Yeah, Brad Howell saying that was a very good video, seeing how the Zone RVs are made. What a production you've got down there, Tofty. Wow, absolutely incredible. And Brad's just received his new Zone RV, Sojourn. I think, Brad, you got the Sojourn, didn't you? Beautiful caravans, mate. Beautiful caravans. They really are. All Aussie made. Really, really top. Zone's got to be up there with one of the best caravans in Australia, haven't they? They're one of the big boys and just incredible now. The 3D printer they got there and how they make everything. Just really good to see. It was a really good walkthrough, Tofty. Well done, mate, on that one. Craig, what's Craig said here? I see just vanning it, and our Australia trip got new Zone vans as well. Craig, I don't follow either of them, just vanning it and our Australia trip. Mate, I've got to be honest, I'm a bit over people's trips around Australia and all that. I've just lost interest in it all. I've lost interest. Every second person with a caravan now has got a YouTube channel, and I'm just over them. I really am. I think that's why I threw mine in too. How many channels do you need on YouTube of people traveling around Australia in their caravan? It's just been done to death. I just don't watch any of that stuff anymore, mate. I really don't. See, Trip in a Van keep popping up on me. Yeah, your little shorts and that. You don't type in what you want to watch. They just come up. And Trip in a Van, I don't know what they're doing for stuff now, but she just seems to be on there advertising clothing. So not sure what they're doing anymore. Trip in a Van. But I haven't watched them for a long time either. Great advice. Yeah, that's it, mate. And out there touring, exactly, mate. Craig, grease and oil change. We look after our vehicles probably better than we look after ourselves, don't we? We put our vehicles in every 10,000, grease and oil change, get it all checked over. Got to do the same with ourselves. And that might be as simple as just getting a blood test done. getting a blood test, and if it comes back, and guys, if you're overweight, your cholesterol's up and all that, we can do something about it. We can do something about it. We really can. Now, listen. Let's start a poll. All right, now I'm going to do something in a minute, Phil, and I think it's going to be exciting. Daz, Paulie George, make it. Well, there you go. Tofty said there. Buck make a shirt. Crap in a bag for bowel cancer. Yes. I know a few people have had bowel cancer now. The lady that lives across from Mum, she had bowel cancer, and she's fine. Jack, she's fine now. She's back to normal, but she was on a colostomy bag there for a while and everything. But she's back to normal now, mate, and out exercising, and you see her walking around and that when I go down to Mum's, her and her husband going for a walk and that. So she's beaten it, which is bloody good. Yeah, that's something Fatty Vorton would say. Get your missus to check your prostate 4 times a week. Trust Fatty. That's something Fatty would say, isn't it? Unbelievable. Hey, speaking of footy, see Jerome Luai. Sorry to all the Mexicans. Jerome Luai's just signed a 5-year deal with the West Tigers, $6 million. He's off to the Tigers, which would be good for the Tigers. Good luck to him. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Poke your poo for bowel cancer, Greggy reckons. Do we have to talk about shit all night? No, that's it. No more shit talk. No more talk about turds and bowel cancer, all that type of stuff. Now, listen. Next week, I think Gidgey, I was going to ring you this up. Gidgey has been out on a $9 million yacht in the Whitsundays for the last 2 days. A mate of his in Early Beach said, Gidge, we're going out on my yacht. Well, you should see this thing. And there's a set of patches in there. I'm thinking next Friday, Saturday, Gidgey, for the prize giveaways. Now, I was vacuuming the house today, and I was, when you're just doing these mind-numbing jobs, and I thought, every time I do a prize giveaway, everyone, I get people turning up that you've never seen before. They're not like, they don't come on tonight and say g'day and be part of the community and that. They just turn up to win a prize. And you think, who are you? Some of them even come on under false names, like Roscoe Adams from the United States, when they actually from Orange in New South Wales and drive a train. And they actually won 2 prizes off me. And then, if that's not bad enough, went through, why he did this, I don't know, went through with it and tried to get me to post the prizes to New South Wales. He's under a false name and that. And I thought, I've got to stop these arseholes coming on under false names and people who don't even follow the channel, that aren't part of the community, and trying to win the prize. They only turn up when there's prizes for free. So I thought, up your ass, I'm going to beat yous. So here's the rules, and if you don't like it, stiff shit, or stiffsky shitsky, as they say in Russia. This is what I'm going to do. Next week, when we do the prize giveaways, and when I say prize giveaways, I'll go through it soon, what we're giving away. Beautiful Terry G chopping boards, a Gidgey Gorilla resin board, Yeti cups and all that type of stuff, kick-ass torches and all that. There's about 8 or 9 really good prizes there to win next on our Christmas live feed. I thought, how am I going to stop these arseholes coming on? And because I want people to win those prizes, guys like you who follow me throughout the year. So here it is. You can only go in and win a prize next week if you own a patch kit. There you go. So if you've ordered a patch kit, everyone, you can go in the prize, and it'll be as simple as just going #Rafa or something, and then it'll go through and do a bloody thing, and you've got a chance to win a prize. If you haven't bought a patch kit, then you don't get to win a prize. Even if you go in it and win it, I've got a list of all the names there of everyone who's bought a patch off me. There they are there. Heaps of them. And if you haven't there, I'll just do a redraw. Okay, so if you haven't got a patch kit, you can't go in the you can't go in and try and win a prize. I want the prizes going to people who support this community and support my charities and are good members of the community. I don't want a bloody Johnny come lately who I don't even know who you are, never heard of you before, and you win the Gidgee Gorilla resin board. It's not fair on all you guys. So that's what I'm going to do. And I know most of you guys here, Terry, Jordan, Glennon, bloody Phil the Maniac, all of you guys, a lot of you have got a patch kit. Now, listen, if you haven't got a patch kit, we just hit 3.5 tonight, thanks to Jeffrey Johnson. There's a patch kit stamped up, ready to go tomorrow in the thing. Thanks to Jeffrey Johnson, he just got us over $3,500 profit for the Legends charity next year, guys. It was only a week ago, not even that, when I did my last live feed, that we'd only just hit 3,000. I got so many patch orders after that live feed. We just hit 3,500. Before I know it, we'll be at 4,000. So if you're on there and you want to join in the fun next week, next Friday or Saturday night, I'll let you know exactly which night. I've got to confirm with Gidgee and have a chance to win some Rafa chopping boards, a Buckaroony chopping board, a beautiful resin Gidgee Gorilla board worth a couple $100, kick-ass torches, kick-ass power banks. What else have I got there? Yeti cups and all that type of stuff. Everyone will have a chance to win those. Or go in to get your name come up if you've got a patch kit. If you haven't got a patch kit from now, guys, and you do want to be part of to go in and have a chance to win the prizes, I've pinned it at the top there. All the details are at the top. Send me an email, transfer $35 to that BSB and account number. Every cent of that $35, which includes your postage, every cent of that goes to the charity. Gidgee and me got our costs back of $2 a patch. We got our costs back. That 3,500 is sheer profit. So let's get it up to 4, then 4.5, maybe 5. We'll see how we go. I don't think we'll get to 5, but she's at 3.5 now. I've got about 30, just over 30 kits left, guys. That's it. There will be no more after that. We're not getting more made. This is a one-of. I've got about 30 kits left. So if you haven't got one and you want one, get in, send the orders through, or just have one come through before. And if you haven't got a kit, then you're not in with a chance to win the prizes next Friday or Saturday night, whenever it is, okay? Only those with a patch kit can go in the running to win a prize. I think that's the fairest way to do it, so we don't get these bloody ring-ins that only come on and go, oh, there's a bloke on YouTube and he's doing some prize. Oh, I'll sneak on and win a prize. And the rest of the year, you never hear from the arsehole. So, and it stops these pricks coming on under false names as well, trying to win prizes off me like happened a couple of years ago, that arsehole fat prick down in Orange. I'm still filthy about that. He's a germ, an absolute germ, that bloke. Don't mention his name on here. We all know who I'm talking about. I hope he's watching. You're a piece of shit. What a grub you are. And it was only up until recent times. He was on here under a false name again. Ram 1500 dude. He was on under a false name. Snorky caught him out. He was on here, Ram 1500 dude. Anyone remember him? Yeah, that was the train driver from Orange again under a false name. In here, just causing shit. So I'm doing that so that these types of people can't win a prize. I don't want them winning a prize. I want you guys winning a prize. So if you got a patch kit, you can go in the thing. If you haven't got a patch kit, don't put your name down to win a prize next week. Anyway, what do you reckon? Is that fair, everyone? I hope everyone thinks it is. I'm sure everyone who's got a patch kit will think it's fair. If you haven't got a patch kit and you don't think it's fair, that's my decision, guys. That's how it's going to be. So, Daz Down Under saying they're awesome quality. Yeah, they are, mate. They're bloody very good quality. Love how they shimmer when the light shines from different angles. Exactly. See the Buckaroony one? That kind of goes from red to, see how the red and orange change? They're good, and everyone's been sending photos through of what their patch kits look like. They look bloody good. If you haven't seen them, there's a set of 4 guys, Buckaroony patch, black Gidgee Gorilla, black and red. I like this one. The blue Gidgee Gorilla, which is my brother there, and the special one, Rafa the dog, guys. There he is there. So if you haven't got a patch kit, I've pinned it up the top. All the details are there. It's fair. Marky Hopkins reckons it's fair. I reckon it is too, mate. Jordan Glennon. Jordan bought about 6 sets of patches. So Jordan's got a bloody chance to win a Gidgee Gorilla resin board. The resin board next week, guys, that's a giveaway. That's nothing to do with the patch kit. There's still a resin board to be won. Everyone who bought a set of patches, you would have received a ticket, a blue or an orange. I'm on the orange book now, a ticket. So you've got a chance. Once we sell all the patch kits, I'm going to do a draw, and anyone who bought a patch kit's got a chance to win one of those resin boards. That's separate to the one next week. The one next week's just a Christmas giveaway one. So, but you have to have a patch kit to win that. So there's 2 resin boards. There's one next week, and then there'll be one once all the patch kits are gone. Someone who ordered the patch kit will get one. So Gidgee's got 2 boards. No, I didn't. No, Steve, I haven't yet. Steve's, well, I'm going to I didn't know if I was allowed to say anything, mate, but you've just said that. So Steve and Annie are getting a new dog. They got Winnie, and they've got a little one, another little foxy called Jasper. They haven't got him yet. He's too young to leave the nest, but they're getting a new little dog called Jasper. So, no, Steve, I haven't seen him yet. I'm sure he's a cute little fella. I'm adding mine in my Buckaroony shirt. I'll get them sewn on. Lorna's going to sew them onto a Buckaroony shirt. I've never thought about that. Maybe a bit big, wouldn't I? I suppose you could. Well, there you go. Lorna's going to sew them onto a Buckaroony shirt. They look good up on the I know. Keep an eye out from Pete from WA Camping Adventures and Cam from Wild Touring. When Pete's driving along, you can see up on the roof of his 76 Series Land Cruiser, he's got a heap of patches. So hopefully in his upcoming clip soon, you should see Rafa, and I know Pete's got a set of patches, and Cam Wild from Wild Touring's got a set over there. Ty Fenwick's got a set. So all these guys have got their YouTube channels. Ty's will be in his big F-250 truck or his Raptor, one of the two. Keep an eye out for him, mate. Lorna's going to sew hers on. Now, I had something else to say. I can't remember what it was. That was the main one. That was the main one to tell you was next week or Friday or Saturday night. Hopefully, guys, for the prize giveaway, you've got to be a patch owner to be in the go. Paulie's off. Someone's off. So we've got a Gidgee Gorilla resin board, a Mr. Buckaroony, beautiful handcrafted by Terry G wooden chopping board, a Mr. Buckaroony one, 2 Rafa ones, the only 2 Rafa ones in existence, guys. Beautiful chopping boards with Rafa the dog on the front. They look really, really good. Couple of them. We got some Yeti cups. Pink and a green, or pink and a blue, whatever colour that is. I'm colourblind, I can't tell. And another pink and a green one there. They come with the coffee lids. So we got some Yeti giveaways, and got some couple of kick-ass prizes. Here's one prize, a large kick-ass and a small kick-ass torch. That's another prize next week. And the other one is a large kick-ass. These are brilliant. Large kick-ass torch and a power bank, 20,000 milliamp power kick-ass power bank for charging your phone and that when you're out camping. So, yeah, I've got some good prizes, probably a couple of patch kits as well. And I think I haven't asked Gidgee yet. I'm sure he won't mind. A Gidgee Gorilla cap and a Gidgee Gorilla sun hat. That might be another prize with a couple of Buckaroony coolers or something. So we might do that as well. So, yeah, a couple of good prizes next week. Gidgee's working on another prize for me. I don't know if it's come off yet, but we might have some bit of beer merch to give away. We'll see what happens there. Where I know those Gidgee boards. Hopefully I have some samples when I get to Townsville, Newey. Oh, I wasn't supposed to click on that one. Well, there you go. Here you go. We're talking about absolute bloody legends and great people in this community. Here's another one. Terry G, guys. Have you seen Terry's got his hands on these little, they're like a little light, and it's got a piece of Perspex, and Terry's engraving everyone's YouTube channel onto the Perspex, and the light shines up onto the Perspex like a little bed light, and it shines, and it changes color, blue, green, red, yellow, white, and you can see the logo on there. Terry said, Buck, I'll throw in a third LED light with the Mr. Buckaroony logo on there. I'll throw in a 3D LED night light with the Mr. Buckaroony logo. So there's another one there. Thank you, Terry. I don't expect you to do it, mate. I'll give you the money for that, because I know you bought the lights and that yourself, and you engraved the laser etch the logos on. They look really good. Get on to Soar Adventures and Rob from Australian Camping and Four Wheel Drives on their their Facebook page. They look really, really. So there's another prize. Terry, thank you so much, mate. Mr. Buckaroony logo LED night light. They look really, really good. Terry's going to throw one in as a prize. Thanks so much, mate. Thank you so much for that. Lights are beautiful. They do, Lewis. They look really good. Terry's onto something there, guys. They're just a simple thing, and they look stunning at night time. They look really, really good. And you've got a little remote, and you can change the color, or you can go fade, or and it goes all through all this different programs, and the LED light shines up onto the Perspex logo, and they look absolutely stunning. They really do. Yeah, Soar Adventures got one off Terry, and Rob from Australian Camping and Four Wheel Drives got one. Yeah, thanks, Terry. Bloody beauty, mate. I really appreciate that. I really do. Hey, there was a thing the other day about the South Australian government. I was going to have a rant tonight, but Lewis saying g'day to Lorna there. I read something. Sky News said something about the South Australian government changing Anzac Day to just the 25th of April. But South Australian government's come out and said, Sky News were trying to say, they're not calling it Anzac Day anymore because they don't want to offend anyone. Who gets offended by Anzac Day? I don't know. But apparently it was bullshit. They just referring to it as April 25 for public holidays, and saying that if Anzac Day falls on a Saturday or Sunday, you don't get the Monday off as an extra holiday, if you know what I mean. If Anzac Day's on Saturday, Sunday, apparently that's what it was about. But Sky News were trying to say the South Australian government were trying to not call Christmas Day Christmas anymore and Anzac Day because they didn't want to offend anyone. Apparently that was bullshit. So I was going to go on a rampage over that, but I'm glad I didn't, because apparently the South Australian government's not doing that. The day anyone ever says we can't refer to it as Anzac Day in case we offend someone, I'll tell you what, that person who makes that decision needs to get belted over the head with a baseball bat. And someone needs to, So if you're in South Australia and there's rumblings of that going on, guys, you just need to put a stop to it straight away. March on Parliament House or something. Do something. Nikki Slade saying it was fake news. It was just a bullshit Sky News story. Yeah, well, it was fake news. I'm glad it was, Nikki. I'm glad it was fake news. That Erin Molan came on and she was going on a rampage about the South Australian government changing the name of Anzac Day to April 25th and all this. And I was furious, and I thought, surely not. But I looked into it a bit more, and I read something about, it was fake news. Sky News again. They're extreme, right? Those guys, aren't they? They just, anything for a story, these guys. And the way they beat the Cyclone up here, anyone thinks Cyclone Yasi was coming again. Like, the media really, I don't know. There'd be a branch down at Port Douglas, and they're out there in the rain, standing beside the only branch that's fallen down to try and sensationalise the cyclone. They're putrid, the media. And I get why people go fake news and don't believe everything you see on the news. I'm starting to turn like that. I always used to think, if it's on the news, must be fair income. I don't know. They sensationalise a lot of stuff, the news. They really do. No wonder bloody Trumpy come on and used to get up and going on about fake news. Maybe he was onto something. Marky Lavelle's 9 beers deep. I'm still on my first one. I'm jibber-jabbering too much. Hey, Jacqueline's on. The Beaver, where is she? Where'd Jacqueline go? There she is. It moved just as I was about to click it. I ran into your mum the other day down the main street, Jacqueline, and said g'day. She probably told you. She said Jacqueline's working. She was having coffees with the girls by the looks of things. Yeah, ran into Jacqueline's mum down the main street of Innisfail the other day. Hope your house did all right in the cyclone, Jacqueline. The bloody KFC bucket didn't fall on your house, hopefully. You're down there that way somewhere, aren't you? So, yeah. But we escaped the bloody... It wasn't a bad cyclone, everyone. It's dumped a lot of rain. There is some flooding up here. And can you believe this? The Cairns Council or something took a net away from Coppolo Dam has gone over 100%. And they said there's a lot of big barramundi in that dam. Keep the net up. So what do? They took the net down, and there is thousands of massive barramundi that are washing over the spillway. Tim, you've probably seen this as well, and are just splatting on the rocks down below and are dead. And all these massive barramundi are washing up down in Freshwater Creek. And they're going, we told you not to take the net. The net must, when the dam gets to 100%, the big net must stop the fish coming over the spillway. Anyway, someone thought it'd be a good idea. I'll take that net down. Well, guess what? There's hundreds and thousands of big barramundi all washed up along the shores of Freshwater now because they didn't listen. And someone's going to be in a lot of shit over that, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm a bit the same too, Daz. Ever since COVID, I refused to watch any of the mainstream news. There was a lot of shit there. I was like one of them. I just did what was required. But, yeah, we won't go down that rabbit hole. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, there was some fear-mongering there, wasn't there? And all the anti-vaxxers and that must be sitting back bloody having a giggle now. Must be having a giggle because there was a lot of fear-mongering. And that's how old Palachuk, that's how she got back in. And that Stephen Miles is now the Premier of Queensland. And there's a big thing. The big thing, I think. The only time you see the premiers in North Queensland is when they become premier. After that, never see them again. They never venture up this way. It's a bit like Russ is on. Well, here you go. Russ said the Townsville Chiefs will throw in some shirts. There you go, Russ. I'll get in touch with you, mate. Maybe a couple of Townsville Chiefs shirts as a prize as well on next Friday or Saturday night. Thanks a lot, Russ. And a bottle of what's that shit? The rain stuff, mate. All clear rain or whatever it's bloody called. A bottle of Russ is going to throw a bottle of that in as well. I'm sure you're a salesman for that stuff. What's it called, Russ? You spray it on your windscreen and rub it, and then when the rain hits, it beads off and you don't have to use your wipers. Russ, Rain-X. Rain-X, it's called. I'm sure Russ is a bloody salesman for that stuff. He's going, Buck, get on to this stuff. He just keeps going on about it all the time. So there you go. A couple of Townsville Chiefs shirts maybe as a prize as well. Good stuff, Russ. Thanks a lot. Rain-X, Tyler said. Yeah, exactly right. Anyway, guys, how long have I been on? An hour 9. I reckon I can go for a little bit longer. I had something else to say, and I can't remember what it was. The main one is, if you haven't got a patch kit, everyone, details are right at the top of here. The email and the BSB and account number. $35. I will throw them straight. As soon as I get your order, I throw them straight in an envelope and I get them into the post office the next day, into the box. So get in and we're up to, we've just hit 3,500 profit for the Legends charity next year, everyone. Thank you so much to everyone who's ordered a patch kit. Thank you so much. All that money has gone to $3,500. I was talking to Steve Fuller this afternoon. He said, Buck, with that 3,500, he said, we must be bloody nearly 10 grand or something at the moment for the Legends, from the sale of the Legends shirts and all that type of stuff for the camp up next year. Absolutely fantastic. Just shows you what can happen when some little YouTubers get their heads together and work together as a team, and a community works together as a team. And it just shows you what we can imagine if some of the big YouTube channels got together and did stuff like this, how much money they could raise for charity and all that. I don't know why a lot of them don't do it. But anyway, we're not worried about them. We're just worrying about ourselves. As I said, bloody Soar Adventures, Australia Camping and Four-Wheel Drives, Phil's Camping Reviews, The Wanderer Oz, Handcrafted by Terry G. You know, just little YouTube channels that do it as a hobby. Have a look what we're doing as a bloody, that's what it's all about, eh? Best community on YouTube, bar none. The Legends and the Buckaroony community, the best community. And it was all started, guys, by Tofty Toft. Tofty started this community spirit stuff when he was working for Drifter. And we've continued it on, Tofty. And, mate, you can take credit for this. You started all this community stuff. I know you're passionate about it, especially when you're out in St. George and whatever. You started this stuff, mate. I kind of ran with it, and now the boys are running with it, and it's just an absolute fantastic community. No matter whose name's behind it. Here's a Robbie Yarrow has just ordered a patch kit. Good on you, Robbie. Absolute legend, mate. And you can go in. You've got a chance to win some prizes next Friday or Saturday night. Gidgy, let me know what night you reckon we should do it, mate. Should it be a Friday or a Saturday night? I'm tipping maybe next Saturday night. Righto. Gidgy just said. Now, someone thought they were toilet seats. Did you see the picture on Facebook, guys? We had another project we were working on, me and Gidgy, and it was basically the same logos. And me and Gidgy, he was in Tyro the other day, passing through Tyro, and there's a little cafe there called the Retro Cafe, all old stuff in there. And Ken said, in that cafe, I've seen it myself, Troy Dilko has just ordered a patch, 1 or 2 patch kits. I think he's put $70 in. Troy, thank you so much, mate. Absolute bloody legend. So they're starting to come through. Let's get into it. There's only about 30 patch kits left, guys. We're going to give a couple away with some Buckaroony coolers next Saturday night as well. There'll be a couple of patch kits so you can have an extra one. What was I saying? In there was a skippy plate, a melamine, you know, that hard plastic, almost unbreakable stuff, a skippy plate. Anyway, we had that plate when we were kids, and Mum threw it out recently. It was over 50 years old. I was talking to Mum the other night. I said, Mum, I still remember going into Auntie Lorna's house. Auntie Lorna was a sales. It wasn't Tupperware. It was the company that used to make those skippy plates when they were made here in Australia, melamine plates. I remember still going in and getting that plate and cup, skippy plate. I said to Ken, wouldn't it be good to have some melamine camping plates? So for the last couple of weeks, I've been dealing through Alibaba in China, and we almost pulled it off. These logos on a 9.5-inch square with rounded edges. They weren't a round plate. It was like a square plate. Great camping plates. They're light, almost unbreakable. They're just great plates, especially for camping and that. And we were having the same logos on those plates, and we just couldn't get the price there, guys. It was too much of an outlay. What the killer was the postage. The postage was like 500 Aussie dollars for postage, and each plate we could get them for about $2.50 US or $2 US or whatever, which isn't a bad price. Bloody really good quality plates with the logos on there, but the initial setup was a killer. For each logo, there was an initial setup cost. So if you're a big company that buys them in the thousands, it would have been beneficial. But for me and Gidgy, we had to buy a minimum of 500. We were going to get 125, sell them as sets of 4, 125 of each plate with those logos on, and sell them as a set of 4, and that was all going to go to charity too. But unfortunately, I just couldn't get them to come down to a price that I thought was reasonable. And the profit margins, I would have had to sell them too much to try and make it. Just wasn't viable on what I'm trying to say. The patches and that, they were about $2 each. It cost us delivered. Whereas the plates were going to be like $500 delivery, and that was by sea freight. If they come in by air, it would have been even more. So unfortunately, it didn't work, guys. So that's what those pictures were. Gidgy and I We had that Skippy Melamine plate for over 50 years. The picture wasn't on it. The picture had worn off. We had that plate for 50 years. It had been to every town we'd been to, and Mum threw it out. I'm filthy with Mum. I'm still filthy with her. Not as filthy as she was with me when I drank her Bundaberg rum that she was going to make the rum balls out of. But I said, Mum, you didn't, did you? She threw the Skippy plate out. It was over 50 years old. I had that since when I was a little kid. I still remember the day I got it. It lasted for over 50 years. And I said to Ken, wouldn't it be good to have some Buckaroony, Rafa, and Gidgee Gorilla Melamine camping plates that everyone can throw in their camping trunk, their caravan, their camper trailer? We sell them off for charity. But it wasn't to be, guys. The idea was there. Aluminium anodized cups, every green mark. Yeah, exactly right. But anyway, listen, we've raised enough money from the patches, guys, and I reckon we can still raise more. We've got more orders coming through. So get in and raise. You know, we're hoping to hand $5 grand over to the Legends next August from the sale of the patches. So, you know, we kind of got a bit too excited, and we thought, what about plates? And you've got to pull it up somewhere. If we could have got the plates for $2, $2.50 US each delivered, we would have gone with it. But there was a lot of other costs, like the setup costs, because they have to get a transfer and it gets melted into the plate somehow. And there's a lot to it. There's a lot to bloody making a melamine plate with a customized logo on there. She was explaining how they do it. And it's a big job. And then the freight on top of all that blew us out of the water. So anyway, stiff shit. It wasn't to be. It was a good idea. I reckon those camping plates would have been bloody beauty. No, Bradley, stop it. Brad Howell, stop it now. Brad Howell just said, I'll pay for the freight. No, Brad. No, you won't. You've done enough, mate. You've done enough, honestly. Roger, someone from Roger from Palm View or something. Roger's just ordered a set of patches, guys. I've got 9 outstanding emails sitting here waiting for me. And now, listen, I want to try the whole idea of this. I knew there was something else. I've been sitting here gibbering shit thinking, but there was something you were going to do tonight. It was the whole idea, besides letting everyone know about Jack, the whole idea of this was to do a test for next Friday or Saturday night for the prize giveaway. So what I'm going to do is like Rob the Wanderer did. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. You've got to answer it with hashtag something, all lowercase. And I'm going to see if this works. Actually, I'll do two. What I'm going to do is, bear with me. Oh, it didn't work. I've just done something. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. StreamYard.com/giveaway. How's me typing? Righto. Choose a stream. Practice for next week. Yep. Now, hashtag Rafa. Start collecting comments. Now, has that come up? Can anyone see that? I put hashtag Rafa. Type in hashtag Rafa, everyone. R-A-F-A, guys. Only one F in Rafa. Grant, one F, you diddly-donk. Type hashtag Rafa for a chance to win nothing. No, bugger it. No. This is for a chance to win I'll put a patch kit. I'll do it. This is for a patch kit. No, I'll bugger it. I've got some spare ones there. Let's do it for a patch kit. Put in hashtag Rafa, R-A-F-A, all lowercase. I'll keep gibbering for a couple of minutes. And then Robbie Yarrow, just a small R, please, mate. No capitals. This doesn't work. Apparently it doesn't work with capital letters. So everything's lowercase. Robbie, you just put in Rafa again with a small R, please, mate. Hashtag R-A-F-A, lowercase. And whoever's name comes out, if this works, I'll send you a patch kit. I'll put it in the mail tomorrow morning. I don't want you to win nothing. We'll do it for a patch kit, eh? Why not? Jason, I don't know which Jason that is. Hey, guys, I want to, while we're doing that, hashtag Rafa for a chance to win a patch kit. I got a special message today from a guy, Jace Kennedy. Jason was one of my diggers when I was in the army, guys. Jace worked for me over at the SAS regiment. I was the SQMS, Squadron Quartermaster of 152 Signal Squadron. I used to look after all the regiment's communications gear, guys. It was a pretty bloody important job too, just quietly. Jace was a digger, a private, and he got promoted to Lance Corporal when he was there. He was a Lance Jack as well. So the guys that work, I call them the diggers, the thing. Jace was one of my lads. He worked for me. Anyway, fast forward all these years, Jason went through the ranks and he became a SQMS himself. And at the SAS regiment as well, Jason went over to Afghanistan with 2 squadron. And I went over there. He ended up changing away from trade, from the Q trade like we were in, and he went regimental stream. And he got promoted to Warrant Officer Class 1 and become an RSM, a Regimental Sergeant Major, which is regimental stream, guys. Like, he'd become an RSM, which is as high as you can go in the enlisted ranks. He was a Warrant Officer Class 1 and made it through to RSM. I want to read you out something, because I'll tell you now, this means a lot to me, guys. It really does. I always like to think when I was in the army, when I was a warrant officer, that I tried to lead by example. I meant going out and doing battle PT with the boys, playing rugby with them. A lot of people used to get up the ranks and get the warrant officer, and I don't have to do all this stuff now. I used to try and lead by example and do it, and so that the younger guys could say, oh, this old prick's out. Now, we're saying late 30s is old in the army. It's a young man's game. And I'll tell you now, when you get into your late 30s, the army starts catching up on you. Now I'm in my bloody late 50s. It's really caught up on me. I want to read this out to you. Jason's just done, I forget how long. He's 54 now. So he was an older digger. He wasn't that much younger than me, but he joined the army a lot later than me. Jason went right through the ranks, become an RSM. And he's about to retire, guys. He's about to go on long service leave for 18 months or whatever. And then he's going to retire. He goes, hey, mate, personal message to you. Hope you're well and the family are good. Well, I've come to the point of hitting 54 years old and got enough long service leave owing to take me through to 55 when he can get his army pension. So I've now retired, so to speak, even though he's on long service leave. I don't need to go back to work, and my discharge date's the 11th of March, 25. So he's technically still in the army right through to the 11th of March, 2025. He goes, hey, you're one of the few who had some influence on me when I was a young digger. You were strict as an SQ, but compassionate as a mate. The mentor and guidance you gave me, I think, put me in good position for when I became an SQ, and I wanted to be like you, but not as grumpy. He always reckoned I was too grumpy, and pass on what I learnt. So thanks. I finished on a high as an RSM, and and he ended up passing his RSM's position over to another one of my diggers, Michael Lyons, and Cliffy's now an RSM. It's great to see some of these young blokes that work for me have gone right through and made it right through to RSM. Absolutely. So again, Buck, thanks for everything. Although it was a long time ago, it still stuck with me. Some of the things I learnt from you. Keep doing what you do online as it brings smiles to these. So Jason obviously follows what I do on YouTube now too. So Jason, if you see this, mate, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I know Cliffy Lyons said the same. Cliffy Lyons now an RSM. I was talking to him on the phone last year, and Cliffy said, Buck, he said, you are the type of boss. He said, when I was a digger and a lance corporal, when he said, I want to be like that bloke. And Cliffy said, I always modelled myself on the way you treated people, the way you treated the diggers. I wasn't an arsehole to them. I was tough. I was tough on them. I used to hammer them when they stuffed up, but they knew it was for a good reason. And I always bloody tried to get the best out of them. And I always led by example. If they were out there doing the shitty jobs, I got out there and joined in with them. And if it meant out there humping a pack around for battle PT in the morning, I didn't just sit in my office and bloody let the diggers go out and do that. I used to join in with them. And I think they respected that. And to have two guys say that to me now, it means a lot. It really does. So, Jace, if you see this, congratulations on a fantastic career, mate. And bloody enjoy your retirement, mate. Enjoy your retirement. You've earned it. Because I don't know how long you did in the army. Must have been 30 years or so. It's a bloody tough gig, mate. And you got all the way to the top. Well done. And I'm glad you bloody thought of me. I really do. It means a lot. Now, listen, I'm going to go over. Who's got the patch kit? Now, I don't know if this will work, guys. It mightn't work. I'm going to draw it. Draw. Can you see that, everyone? Can everyone see that working? I can't. I can see it my end. I just want to see if you can see it. The winner, Andrew Johnston. I think Andrew Johnston is the winner of the patch kit. I think he's got another one. Andrew. I've got a funny feeling. Oh, no, Jeffrey, sorry. That's Jeffrey Johnson. Although, don't tell me you just bought one and now you've won one. The winner is Andrew Johnston. Now, rigged. I did. Oh, no. Scam. Now, why didn't you see that, everyone? I could see that. I had to go to a different tab on my computer, and the winner is Andrew Johnston. But when Rob the Wanderer did it, it was coming like everyone could see it. So why could I didn't see shit? I'm going to, Andrew Johnson, get in touch with me, mate, and send me a message of your thing. Andrew Johnson won it, guys. Johnston. But what I'm worried about now is when I went to my other tab and I hit draw, I could see it flicking through. But you guys can't see at your end. But on Rob's thing, we could. But technology challenged. Look is priceless. I know, Aussie. Dead set. Like it worked. I did the draw, but it's no good if you guys can't see it. Freaking hell, I'm going to have to get Rob the Wanderer to bloody ring me and talk me through this because that didn't do shit. Like it, yeah. Nah, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Spray it with WD-40. Yeah, I know. That's probably what I didn't do. I needed some more WD-40 on it. So on another tab, I'm going to have to get Rob the Wanderer to talk me through it, guys, or Rob Richmond. I got a winner, but it's on a different tab. I go to a different tab, and it's got winner. Use where hashtag useless, he reckons. Absolutely, I am. Absolutely useless, Dan. You got that all right. Hashtag useless. Glenn 20, he reckons. Probably, yeah, Brad. Probably, I wish this thing had worked. Probably because you didn't start the stream on it. That might be something to do, mate. I might have to actually start this. I don't know. What I'm trying to do is next week, this is what my plan is, if it bloody comes off. Hashtag diddly donk. Yeah, you're not wrong, Jamie. As I'm gonna say, what town do I live in? So I'm going to ask a question. What town in far north Queensland do I live in? And everyone's got to type hashtag Innisfail. And then we talk, and then I'll go in and I draw it. But I need you guys to be able to see it. You all saw Rob the Wanderer's bloody live feed giveaway when he said, let's draw it. And you could, on his thing, you could say, Brad, it might be something to do with that, mate. I've done something wrong. So, yeah, I got to draw it. But, you know, I can say, oh, Andrew Johnson just won it. But you guys will go, bullshit, we didn't see anything. But I don't know. Hashtag, no, oh, dear. No, that's not for a prize, everyone. I was just using that as an example. Everyone started typing hashtag Innisfail now. Oh, dead set. Diddly donks. No, you don't have to type hashtag Innisfail. I was just using that as an example, everyone. I was using that as an example. Why isn't this working? Draw again. I'll go draw again. Here we go. I'm going to draw it again because it was rigged. Who's going to win it this time? It's flicking through all your names. I can see it. Peter Woods. You don't win anything, Peter, but I just did a draw again. Peter Woods. And we had, see, I can see here, we had 72 entries. 72 entries. And Andrew Johnston, you won the patch kit. Peter Woods, yours was just a practice run, mate. You come up as I just hit draw again for some reason, and it's but that's no good if you can't see split screen mode. I can't. How do you split screens, Aussie? I have to get me chainsaw. Still rigged, Shane McQuaid reckons. Milton Brady said Innisfail again. It's another scam. Split screen. How do I do that, Oz? Split screen? I don't know how to split screens. Oh, hang on. No, I'll have to get Rob the Wanderer. There'll be a way that I can get that screen. I've got it. Hang on. Present. Hang on. Share screen. Share screen. Ah. There we go. I worked it out. How good am I? I've worked it out, everyone. I just bloody worked it out. Thanks, Aussie. When you said split screen, that kind of a spark went off in what's left of my brain, and I thought, oh, maybe I have to share the screen. So you can all see that now, eh? Righto. Let's do another one. Here we go. I'll see if you can see this one. Oh. Remove. Let's do another one. No. Add to stage, righto. Let's see if you can see this one, everyone. I'll just do it. This is just a practice thing. There you go. Oh, that's definitely rigged. Steve Fuller, you've just won sweet F all, mate. There you go. So everyone can see that now. Learn new things every day. Thanks, Aussie. You just, yeah, mate, you just bloody, or at least now I know I can do it. So everyone can see that there, that I just bloody, yeah, Steve's just come up with a thing. Draw again. Let's go again. We'll do another draw. This is for nothing as well. I'm just practicing, everyone. Dan Allen. Now, that is definitely rigged. Fuller and now Dan Allen, after he's given me a gobful, he just gave me a gobful, and he's bloody won nothing. There you go. So what I might do, everyone, I'll remove that. I'm going to just practice again. I'm just going to practice something else, everyone. So, stop sharing. Righto. Now, what I've got to work out how to do now, everyone, just bear with me. I know this is bloody painful watching me trying to use a computer. But this isn't something I could practice. I had to do this while I was live to try and work out how to do it. So giveaway. Oh, righto. Choose a live stream. Here we go. Now, here we go. I'm going to ask you a question. Now, it's a double thing. This is for nothing, guys. This is just a practice thing, okay, for next week. So get in. Roz's dad was born, well, is from a small island in the Torres Strait. Its Torres Strait name is Purima. What's its English name? And it's the same name as Roz's famous something curry chicken. It's the same. The name of the island and the thing that we've cooked up a couple of times on our channel, something curry chicken. Hashtag that one word, all lowercase. So it's the name of the island, the English name of the island, and we also do a dish up, a Torres Strait Island dish called something curry chicken. What is that word? You got to spell it right. You got to get it right and spell it right to go in the draw. All lowercase, hashtag that word. So it's the English name for Purima Island. Purima, it's got an English name. And we also cook a famous curry on the channel, something curry chicken. Oh, it's pissing down rain out there. Coming down pretty hard here now. Yeah. So, yeah, the old river's pretty swollen. It was just going over the wharf, Ros reckons, today down in town. So if this keeps up, Innisfail could, the main part of town could flood. Sorry, team, just got here cooking nachos for the boss. Stolzhammer. Thanks, mate. You haven't missed much. I've been gibbering shit for an hour and a half. I want to win nothing, Nikki says. Now, Nikki, this is just a practice for next week. Next week, everyone, this is where there are some bloody good prizes to win. So this is just a thing for that. Righto. I'm going to go in. Start collecting comments. We got 47 entries. And I'm going to, hang on. I'm going to, how do I add this to the thing? So I want to present, share my screen. There it is there, everyone. Coconut Island or coconut curry chicken. Is that you, Neil? Is that you, Neil? Yeah. That'll be the fat prick from Orange on the phone. No caller ID. Good on you, Neil, you weak piece of shit. Yeah, he does it every time I'm doing a live feed. No caller ID. And then when you think, Burkett, you are a piece of shit. Piss off, mate. No one likes you. Righto, here we go. And you won't be and that's the reason I'm doing the thing, is you have to have a patch kit to be in the prize draw. So pieces of shit like you can't come on and scan prizes out of me next week, mate, like you did a couple of years ago, you thief. You're nothing but a thief. Absolute thief. That's all you are, mate. A bloody filthy thief. I've still got the email you sent me too, trying to get me to not send them to the United States and try to get them to send you to your mate in Sydney. I've still got that email, mate, if you ever want me to show it to you, or the police. Piece of shit. Righto, here we go, guys. I'll stop ranting. Let's draw this one, eh? Draw. Who's going to win nothing? Here we go. Who's going to win nothing? Matthew Gwen, you won nothing, mate. Congratulations. There you go. Yeah, hashtag wanker. Should be hashtag fat prick. Yeah, he's a germ. That'll be him again. They'll Ram 1500 dude. He'll come on as another name down the track. Bloody come on under a false name. Come on as Roscoe Adams. Hey, y'all, this is Roscoe Adams from Texas. And Yeah, ended up winning a couple of bloody prizes off me. Well, he won't be doing that again because you've got to have a patch kit to be eligible to win a prize next week. So, Matthew Gwen, congratulations, mate. You won bugger all. What do you reckon? Is that worth doing? I think that's the fairest way, is that everyone gets to go hashtag and have a go at the question. And then rather than me go trying to work out who's the first one to go in, is that the computer picks it. And as you can see, it just flicks through randomly. So if you've put hashtag coconut, you spelt it correctly, you go in, and then I think the fairest way is me to go draw, and then the winner comes up. And next week, you got a chance to win some really good stuff, guys, except for you. Fat boy down in orange. You won't be winning shit, mate. So I hope I run into him again one day. It won't be pretty for him. It really won't. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to remove that now. Matthew Gwen, congratulations. You won nothing. Dan Allen won nothing. Who else won nothing? I forget who else won nothing. There you go. I'm back. I've worked it out. Thanks, Aussie. Aussie said split your screen. And then I thought, oh, hang on. This is where you got to share me screen. Done. Sorted out, Oz. I'm right. I'm confident I can do it next week now, everyone. So anyway, I'm going to stop gibbering now. That's what I wanted to achieve. I wanted to know that I can do that next week, that everyone's got a chance to win. Get on, order some patches, guys. If you haven't got a patch kit, $35 all goes to charity. And you've got a chance to win some beautiful chopping boards and a Terry G LED light. What else is there next week? Kick-ass torches, Yetis, patch kits, stubby coolers, all that type of stuff. It's going to be a good night, and it's just basically to thank you all for the year. Wish you all a Merry Christmas. Gidgy will be with me. I think we'll just both sit in front of this computer so we can do this. Hopefully Gidgy will be up here so we can do it. If he can't, Gidgy can be on. If Gidgy's in town, so he might be able to do it on the screen here. So I'll let you know on Facebook, everyone, exactly when it's going to be. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, because this is one live feed you don't want to miss, everyone. You've got a chance to win some prizes as long as you've got a patch kit. So if you haven't got a patch kit, you've got a chance. As long as you order one between now and next Saturday, send me an email. It's all pinned up the top there. Order a patch kit, and I'll send it out to you in the mail. All your money, your whole $35 goes to the Legends charity, and let's have a bit of fun next Friday or Saturday night. I'm tipping Saturday night, week from today, and a 2-hour Fat Pixie said a 2-hour practice. Well, we can go for 2 hours. It's hour 43. I will not go more than 2 hours tonight because I'm running a Kelly kettle. Yeah, Marky, how good is the old Kelly kettle? I haven't used mine again. No, I won't, mate. Tyler, don't put yourself down, mate. Could be worse. Could be a prison officer. Oh, Tyler said, I'm only a dumb truck driver. Don't make the questions too hard. I won't, mate. I'm going to make it so that everyone's got a fair chance to win. It's going to be simple questions. And I'll tell you now, study between now and then, you can guarantee. We talked about Roz's dad's island tonight. Purima Island, or Coconut Island is the English name. Tiny little island. Coconut Island. Jerry Savage was Roz's dad, Jeremiah Savage. He was from Purima Island, Coconut. I'm pretty sure. Brent Alford's just ordered some patches. Good on you, Brent. So you'll have a chance to win some prizes next week too. Another $35 to the thing. We've hit $3,500, guys. So if we can keep these patch kits rolling, get up to $4,000. I've only got about 30 sets left. I've got 14 emails here. I had no outstanding emails. Yeah, so I'm tipping some of those 14, probably at least half, maybe 10 are patch kit orders since I've been doing this live feed. Fantastic work, guys. And let's get that thing up to 4,000. That's our next target. We've hit 3.5 tonight. Thanks to Jeffrey Johnson, got us over 3.5. So let's move on. I only have to sell 3 patch kits, guys. There's $105. So I don't have to sell a lot of patch kits to get another $500, if you know what I mean, to get up to 4. So good night all. Jenny Cameron. Good night, Jenny. We won't be on much longer either. Trev Kelly. Now, listen, all you guys over international, Steve W., Andy Riches, Mike Blakely, Johnny Wilcox, Phil Weber over the ditch, and what you guys can go in the prize things. I know I sent you a patch kit. You can go in next thing, Steve W and that, so you can bloody go in and have a chance to win one of the prizes, guys. I'll post them over to you. Tofty's off. Tofty's off to dye his hair. Good work, Tofty. Keep up the good work, mate, and hopefully we can have Tofty on for a live feed next year, Tofty, and talk about Zone RV and how Zone RV's going on to bigger and better things and all that, mate. It'd be good to have Tofty on for another chat and talk about how the community spirit's still alive and well, thanks to Tofty, who started all that stuff off when he worked for Drifter, guys. Tofty started this community work, and we've continued it on. It's still going bloody gangbusters. So far, Phil reckons he hasn't dyed his hair. Maniac, you haven't got any hair to dye, mate. You got less hair than me. Maniac said, I don't dye me hair. That's because he's got none. That's a fairly good reason anyway. Rochi's off. Everyone's off. All the Mexicans are falling asleep. I know it's past 9 o'clock down there. It's Saturday night. What's wrong with you guys? Have another beer. 3 by 40 footers. Mr. Bullet, give yourself an uppercut. Mr. Bullet's just come out. He's just woken up in his chair. 3 by 40 footers. I don't know what he is talking about, Mr. Bullet. I'm sure he'll send me an email after this and tell me what 3 by 40 footers meant. So anyway, I'm glad I've worked out how to do that prize draw. Otherwise, Rob, if you're watching, you don't have to ring me now, mate. I've worked it out. I just had to share my screen. Anyway, so next week it'll be a heap of questions. They're not going to be hard ones, guys. Study up on what island Roz's mum was born. What little island in the Torres Strait is Roz's mum from, and you need the correct spelling. It'll be hashtag Nagi, but it doesn't sound like it's spelt different. So you get it. Brush up on, use your homework. You've got to learn how to spell Nagi, as in Nagi Island. Its English name is Mount Ernest. And so you're going to have to bloody work that one out. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. I know this one's been all over the place like a mad woman shit, this live feed. I've been all over the shop. Started off with some bad news. But, Jack, once again, mate, we're thinking of you. We're all here for you, mate. We're all here for you and Marjolaine as well. So, bloody, who's that? Tim the Tool Man. What's Tim said? Tim said, I'll be donating to the account. Just buy a set of patches, Timmy. Or have you've already bought patches, I think, haven't you? I can't remember if you think. Tim the Toolman said, I'll be donating to the account. It's a scam. Oh, I don't know. It's a scam, mate. I don't know. I just got 2 messages from Tim the Toolman. I'll be donating to the account. And then the next one said, it's a scam. You don't know what's true and what's not coming through on your phone and the computer these days. So all I know is that I'm fair income, guys. I've got $3,500 in the account. We're going to go for 4.5 after that. And you can guarantee I'm no scam. Every cent from these patches goes to the Legends charity next year. Absolutely fantastic. You know me, I'm always transparent. When I transfer the money over to the Legends, whenever that is, next year or whatever, you'll see full transparency, me transferring the money over. And I know when the Legends hand the money over to RACQ Care Flight and Southern Arc Downs Animal Shelter, they'll be doing the same. They'll have full transparency where they've transferred that money to those 2 wonderful charities. So we're all bloody fair income on these over here, guys, the Legends and Mr. Buckaroony. Unlike a lot of other people out there that you can't trust, we're bloody just down to earth guys trying to do something for the animals, and RACQ Care Flight, which saved people's lives basically. So yeah, I'm over the ditch there. Tim said there's a lot of water up in Cairns at the moment. We just had a heavy downpour here. Ross said the Johnston River's about to break its banks in town in Innisfail. So we've had more rain than what I thought. No, it's all good. All right. Good night, everyone. Make sure you keep your ear to the ground. probably next Saturday night, I'm tipping, will be the big prize giveaway and the Christmas live feed. Dickhead down in Orange, you're not welcome. Don't even bother trying to spoil the night. And we'll catch you later, right? Thank you, everyone who ordered a patch tonight. Thank you so much. It's going gangbusters. See you later, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend too, eh? Hopefully we'll see some sunshine soon. We bloody need it. We've had that cyclone coming in for a week, and now it's still belting down rain on us. So seeing some sun will be bloody nice. Good night. End stream. Thanks for tuning in, eh? Chrissy Anderson. See you, mate.